G'day there everyone, it's Uncle Jojo. Great to see you all again. This week I'm amongst the anthills of Melbourne for a building and infrastructure conference. One aspect I found of particular interest was the critical infrastructure. Critical infrastructure we touched on was all about the way, for example, New South Wales got smashed this week by a massive storm and a load of the houses got washed away. And then we've also got the other extreme of Tasmania not being far enough away from the mainland, almost floating away by being swamped by those massive floods that happened. Infrastructure, let's just touch on that. You're going to say to me, excuse me, Uncle Joey Jojo, what is infrastructure? So let me tell you, you've come to the wrong place. Infrastructure is the internal workings of something. So in a city sense of infrastructure, what we've got is the public transport system, the trains, the buses, all that. We've got bridges, roads. We've got, on another side, we've got the telecommunications and data networks, sewer, water running. We've got all of those things create an infrastructure in the city. So the crucial or the critical infrastructure of something is the way that we get emergency systems into those areas. So if we have a massive flood, it's about getting people in there to help with that emergency or by evacuating people out of there and not losing the ability to use those emergency infrastructures in place. During the discussion of infrastructure and critical infrastructure was the discussion on how we can enhance living standards and not overuse the commodities that we've got in front of us. In a nutshell, what that's saying is how we can keep living the way that we are sustainably. I happened to be sitting next to a fella through a fair bit of the conference, and I had a chat with him after it, and he owns one of the biggest nursing home development companies Australia-wide. I asked him how he utilises sustainability in his building practices in everyday work or everyday development. He said, he goes to me, get this, right? He goes to me, sustainability, that's all the bells and whistles, mate. We don't get paid for that. That's the kind of attitude that is going to keep us in the dark ages. It's this type of attitude that is not going to take us into the future. It's this type of attitude that actually keeps us as a nation where we are. We need to stop this attitude where it is, and we need to adapt much better to the environment that we're in and utilize what's around us. It's our responsibility as a nation. It's our responsibility and it's our pride on the line by being able to be the forefront movers on environmental change and adaptability to better put us into the future. We need to be able to educate ourselves, we need to educate each other, and we need to work as a community to put us forward as a nation. Because we don't want people that sit there and they concentrate on all of that, because that's not what's going to get us further ahead as a country. We need to take responsibility for our actions. We need to take responsibility for the way that we build. Australia has some of the most amazing, talented people I've ever met when it comes to forefront thinking on sustainability and how we can clean up our act. And that's a great opportunity for us to be, especially at the end of our mining boom, a forefront runner on clean energy around the world and how we could reduce the resources from overseas and use more things that are homegrown in Australia. By utilising small things Australia-wide, we can make a massive change throughout all of our infrastructure and all of our building. Smart building, people. Come with me. Let's go check something out. So this here is a massive roofing system. Look at the size of this massive roofing system. All the way around there, it goes all the way down there, and it comes all the way back over across. See all of that? See all of that roofing system? Let's just say we utilise that area to put solar panels on. We utilise what is already there. It's already covered. There is already a building there. So we're not using valuable land or resources. And we put solar panels all across the top of that. Imagine how much power we could have as a central hub in the city. Or even better still, what if we collected all of the water Look at it. Look at all of that roofing. Imagine if we collected all of the water off that roofing system. Imagine if we just put in a couple of water tanks. Imagine if we just stopped and utilized one of the most important resources of modern man, clean water. We wouldn't have to bottle any of the water. Plastic bottles, we all use plastic bottles. We need to stop using plastic bottles. It's a resource we don't have to use. If you do buy a plastic bottle, then use it and use it. We don't have to use plastic bottles. We can have clean water. That's the fact. We don't have to keep building over places. We can utilize what we've already got, valuable land. Imagine if we put those two things together, and on that roofing system, we utilized both solar power and we utilized it to collect water. That's not bells and whistles, mate. That's smart building. That's smart infrastructure. That's going to take us to the future. Thanks for watching, and like always, stay awesome.